Hello everyone, good morning. Today SMART offers you a vocabulary lesson. Typically when people ask me how to build their vocabulary, I have just one answer: read regularly. I understand that this is not something that you can achieve overnight. If you're not a reader today, there is little chance that you are going to become a regular reader tomorrow, right? But then, there is much that you can do if you think of it this way. Start reading the papers, start reading quality content online, and within some time you will achieve something that would have looked impossible a little while ago. So what is the key to building a good vocabulary? Regular reading. Now even if you are a regular reader and if you have a very good vocabulary, there are times when you come across unfamiliar words. What do you do when you encounter such an unfamiliar word? Now, typically, aptitude examinations tend to give a test that is going to test your vocabulary. And sometimes they do it directly, sometimes it is tested indirectly. So, whatever your test is, be prepared, brace yourself to see some words that you might have never heard of earlier. What do? Now, the English language is derived from quite a few root languages. So it makes sense for you to understand certain root words, and in case you come across an unfamiliar word, try to puzzle it out using root words. For example, let's start with a very simple root word. Now this is a root word that you would have come across quite a few times. I've started with something that you are familiar with to make you understand how root words give rise to other words. Alright? So scrib is the root word for write. From this you get prescribe, the word scribe, script, ascribe, subscribe, okay, and so on. But let us look into these words. You might be quite familiar with the word prescribe. You go to a doctor, he gives you a prescription, right? So he writes down his advice to you, and that is a prescription. All right. Now what is the word scribe? Scribe is someone who writes. And in common usage, it takes this meaning. There are blind students and other special students who take up written tests. But for obvious reasons, they find it hard to write down their answers. So, they have scribes who write their exams for them. So, I can be a scribe for a blind student, right? So, if I write someone else's exam, okay, I become a scribe. Script. Well, you would be familiar with this word. Any written format, that is a script. Ascribe is one word that you might not have encountered until now. Ascribe is attribute to. I ascribe his unruly behavior to his bad upbringing. So when you attribute something to some other thing, then the word to be used there is ascribe. Okay, then there is subscribe. Well, this is another word that you would be familiar with. You subscribe to a TV program. You subscribe to a magazine. Okay, so these are the words that are based upon this root word, scribe. Okay, so whenever you come across this root word, make sure you understand that it has something to do with write. Okay, so that is about script and scribe.